What's up guys, hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan Travel series. So if you've seen the previous vlog, we drove for almost 14 something hours and we made it to Sari Village on the way to Chopta at a very high altitude that you're seeing behind me. So this is the Sari Village and this is the starting point of our trek to Deoria Tal. So right now we are at a cafe, we are gonna dine in and then we're gonna head out for the trek. So let's get started. All the way up there are snow-capped mountains, and the treks that we are gonna do from here, there's very likely gonna be occurrence of snow. That's why the jacket and all the prep for the winter stuff. So maybe today is not gonna be freezing cold, but tomorrow there's gonna be definitely a whole lot of snow. There is a very fun trek planned for tomorrow, but right now we are focusing on the one up ahead, the Deoria Tal trek. Some of the shops here also sell you a walking stick if you want some relief for your knees along the trek. But this is anyway the cafe where we're gonna be dining out of, and there are nice views back there. So they have accommodation options up top with a view like this. They were gonna prepare fresh food for us anyway, since we are a bit short on time, so we went for the quicker option. So some guys are having parathas. I'm going for Maggi in the mountains because, as you know, if you come to mountains, the Maggi here tastes a little bit different. So instant noodles anyway, but anyways you get some carbs for the hike, so that should be okay. So this is a part of the forest reserve, so there is an entry fees, and this is the main entrance. I think we have to go up from here to get to the lake. This is indeed a very nice and peaceful trek all the way up. Not a very steep inclination, but I do have some cold, so giving me a little bit of a pain. But anyways, the views are totally worth it. Gonna take it nice and slow and at a steady pace get to the lake point. Love the sound of the birds as well. There seem to be some cafes along the way as well. That's nice in case if you feel like grabbing something, at least some snacks. That's a possibility here. I do see some public restrooms, but not sure how operational they are at this altitude. So this cafe is named after the wildflower burans from Uttarakhand region, the one which I got the juices from during my trip to Mussoorie. Very thoughtful name. Found myself a nice little Maggi point. Uncle is very warm and welcoming, so having some Buran's juice to replenish the energy. This is more or less a midway point, so we're gonna take a quick breather here, freshen up, and then continue. The hike is yet to, we're yet to reach the summit and see the Deoria Tal. Another midway house. This is also a homestay. From here, another 1.5 kilometers to go. The elevation gain in this part of the journey is not as much as the first half. That was almost about a kilometer or so, so not really a midway point, but like 1/3 way point. This is another big store for snacks and juices, and then there's a homestay up top, and then yeah, we're almost there, halfway through. Let's keep going. So you see all of those red flowers in the bushes. Those are all rhododendron or the Buran's flower, the juice of which I just drank, and the one that I said is indigenous to Uttarakhand area. So these are all loaded up here, all red colored. They look really nice, kind of like hibiscus like color. First time seeing it out here, so I'm pretty sure this is the one. So finally, after almost 1.5 hours of trekking. I was doing it nice and slow. The group got here much before me. We're finally at Deoria Tal. Just look at the view. Such an amazing view. So we're gonna cross this forest department checkpoint, and then we'll be at the Tal. So Tal basically is like a water body lake. So we're gonna get there soon. So there is a temple at the end of the trail, and then there is this lake pond here. Let's go meet up with the crew and try and understand the history and geography behind this place and what's the significance, why we just did 3 kilometers of a trek to get here aside from seeing the views.
In North India, we have two states. The one is Himachal, another one is Uttarakhand. States being used as Devbhumi. However, we as a Pahadi have been addressing Himachal as a Sasural of Shiva and Uttarakhand as a home of Shiva.
Okay. So in-laws house and maternal house.
Parvati was from Himachal and Shiva himself was from Uttarakhand. Okay. So, if you ever, I'm not sure how have you had a chance to explore Himachal, but Himachal have 2 Kailash. There are 5 Kailash, Srikhand, Kinnar Kailash, Mani Mahesh, Om Parvat and the Mansarovar Kailash. Okay, the 2 of them are from Himachal itself, and the Uttarakhand have Om Parvat and Himachal has 3. Sorry. So why I am telling this? Since Shiva is a destroyer himself. Okay, na? He has a power to destroy.
So Brahma is the creator, Shiva is the destroyer, Vishnu is the maintainer, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So the story belongs to Pandavas, and Dwapar Yuga is 5,000 years old. Now we have been living in Kali Yuga. You already have got to know about things what has happened in Mahabharata. So Pandava was on their redemption period when the fight was altogether over. So they just wanted one thing from Shiva, that they made a mistake and let it be. Baba, let's just move on.
What kind of mistake? Killing people.
That shouldn't have happened. At the very first place. That's not how the creators want their nature or the place to be. Okay. Since it has happened and the correction needs to be done, so all 5 brothers went to their redemption period. They were roaming here and there to find Shiva, just for the sake of forgiveness. They went to Kedarnath. Somehow Bheema identified the Shiva was there in a shape of bull. I might not be naming it correctly, I apologize.
No problem.
Okay. So Shiva himself destroy him altogether. Okay, since he is the destroyer, so he himself destroy once the Bheema identified him. That's the reason we have 5 Kedara. The one is Kedarnath, Tungnath, Madhyameshwar, Kalpeshwar and Rudranath. So Tungnath is one of them. Kedarnath is one of them. Each Kedar has the part of Shiva, and the place was built by Pandava itself. Okay, so this place is a part of their trail. They were here. They were going to Chaukakhamba just to cross
the mountain, snow-capped mountains.
They were crossing it, so they might be here and they didn't. They wanted to have some water. They didn't find it anywhere. Since you can see, you would never find any canal, any peninsular river,
no water source
in the radius of 50 kilometers of this area. Okay, so they made this. The Bheem made this, and the Nag Devta appeared, and the Nag Devta was the one who suggested Pandava, where they can go further for their redemption to get the things addressed, what they wanted.
Okay.
That's all. So that was it. I mean, the trail. You have so many places. Wherever you would go in Uttarakhand, it has a history attached to Pandavas, Mahabharata altogether.
Okay. Yes.
So, in order to understand what this place has, you need to understand the story of Pandavas.
And that's our gang just resting around the water body, taking a breather, and then we'll start to head back real soon. So we have another mountain doggo companion who's selecting his humans and then demanding pets and biscuits and cookies by himself. You cannot approach him and pet him by himself. Looks like a tiger coat. That was a very peaceful experience, just hanging out by the lake and then playing with that dog. And I made friends with a lot of shopkeepers along the trail, so that was fun too. Now it's time to go all the way down. So if it took me 1.5 hours to climb up, I'm keeping 45-50 minutes to go down, so not a super bad pace. And then I'm gonna hop in the tempo traveler, head about 15-20 kilometers to our accommodation for the night. So I think we're staying in some campsite, so really excited to see what the camp looks like and what the facilities are there. I'm told there's no network, no Wi-Fi, no nothing, so these vlogs are going to come late, but that's okay as long as there's a charging station, because as a content creator, if my gadgets are discharged, no more vlogs are created, so that's a bit tricky. Let's see what we find. So yeah, first we have to go all the way down, wait for everybody to huddle up, and then we'll be on our way to our campsite. So actually this place is like several 20 something kilometers before our campsite, so the only way we could do this was, feasibly, was to directly come here, do the trek and go to the campsite once and for all, because to go to campsite, come here and then go back again would take too much time, and we're running slightly late because of the mechanical issues and stuff with the vehicle, as you saw in the previous vlog. So it was the optimal use of time and also nice relaxing environment around, not very many people and very peaceful up there. So 10 on 10 recommended. Just take your own pace and take in the views, enjoy, speak to the shopkeepers. They're very friendly and very helpful if you need anything, and just make sure you have a memorable experience. So finally we've made it. So finally we've made it to our campsite. This is our tent. We are sharing this tent for ourselves, 4-person occupancy. So not much to show you outside, it's pretty dark. So in the morning when we wake up, we'll give them a tent tour. Okay? Sounds good. And also the campsite tour.
Meanwhile, like, share and subscribe.
Thank you. Campsite tour and tent tour in the morning. Yes?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Alright, gonna end this vlog here. This is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again the next time.
Bye bye.